This is the last video I'm going to make about that Athena creator, and then I'll just leave it alone. I know I lose some of y'all with like the 10-minute videos, so I'm going to try to make this one much shorter, but I don't think I can get the point across in 90 seconds either, okay? So I made that viral video. It got 23 million views, okay, about how you can't compare Trump's deportations to Obama's deportations. And she reached out to me and she just said, hey, do you want to chat? And I didn't respond. And I also made a video explaining why I don't want to chat, because I see that the conversation you're trying to have with me is proving me wrong and saying that Obama's deportations are the same or worse than Trump's deportations. And it's not me being afraid of being proven wrong and you being right that I don't want to chat. I don't want to chat because you're still missing the point. You're still missing the point. Because if I have this argument with you about whose deportations were worse and why would the non-Trump supporters be mad at Trump's deportations when Obama, if we have that argument and you're right, all that's going to happen is I'm going to say, wow, I was wrong. Fuck Obama too. You're still trying to debate politics. And I'm trying to get y'all to understand that we are talking about morals and ethics here. I don't give a fuck who is the president, who is in the administration. Anybody that is constantly attacking DEI and calling all illegal immigrants criminals and animals. I don't give a fuck. I no longer support them. That's the difference. We have been screaming at y'all. That's why we say y'all are in a cult, because no matter what Trump does, y'all support him. I don't have a profile praising Obama because I'm aware that when Obama became the president, I was fucking 11 years old. I'm not these sophomores in college right now praising Trump, claiming that he had the best economy ever when they were 14 and 15 years old during his first presidency. I'm not talking to y'all about politics specifically. I want you to somehow go outside and meet 375 undocumented citizens. And then you determine if each and every person you met was a disgusting, illegal criminal that would do the most vile crimes you could possibly imagine. And if in your heart of hearts you can decide that, I think you're an evil person, because there's no way that can be true. Somebody made the comment, well, who would go to any other country undocumented? Me. If I knew that this terrorist organization was taking over my immediate home, and to protect my own life or to have a positive experience on this earth the one time I'm going to be here, yeah, I'm crossing some borders. Best believe. Best believe. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Do you think that women want to, let's say, for example, pick up and move from Texas to Maryland? They might not have wanted to make that move, but with the abortion laws in Texas, they say, oh, fuck. Should I be in this position? I want to be able to have access to the health care I need. So they move for their necessities. It's different here because what I just said is legal. But if it wasn't legal and they felt forced, you know what I'm saying? No, I wouldn't try to fucking fly to the UK with no passport and bull over there. I'm not saying that. Yes, they're here undocumented. There's a problem to assess. But again, we're talking about documentation. We're talking about a citizenship process that can cost thousands and thousands of dollars and sometimes takes years and years and years. People don't have that money and time. We can talk about the process back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What I want y'all to understand is that I will gladly, proudly, loudly denounce any politician once they do some fucked up shit that I can no longer support. Y'all don't do that. You can give me every article, subsection, A, B, source, everything about Obama that you don't like, that you want to prove. And if the logic is there, I'm going to stand up and say, wow, fuck Obama. But for months on end, when we lay out everything about the Trump administration, the administration that's telling us that they want a colorblind country based on merit, based on merit, but they got Kash Patel wanting to be the head of the FBI. If they would have had it their way, Matt Gaetz would have been the attorney general. That sounds like merit to you? The administration that's preaching unity blames everything else on the previous Democratic administrations and DEI and the Americans that don't support them. That sounds like somebody that wants unity, that's always telling you that your problems are because of your fellow American citizens that don't agree with you. Does that sound like somebody that wants unity? Here's my thing, Athena, if you're watching this video, here's my thing. Let me break it down for you. This is why I don't call Trump supporters true Americans and true patriots. If you were in a ditch and you didn't know how to tread water that well, and that ditch was filling up with water, and I had the means to save you, despite our differences, despite our disagreements, despite our arguments, I'm not only going to look down at that pit and say, oh, fuck, that's a fellow American. I'm going to look down in that pit and say, oh, fuck, that's a fellow human being. And I will pull you out of that pit, and we will continue to have arguments and disagreements and debates, but we will live a life on this earth all the same. And I don't believe Trump supporters have that same kind of understanding. That's what we are screaming at, y'all. This is not the era when that lady called Obama a terrorist and with the fake birth certificate, and John McCain took the mic and said, no, he's a good man. We just disagree on some principles, some policies, things like that. That's unity. That's Obama can get elected, and then you still can go have a fucking cookout with the people that voted for McCain next weekend. That's unity. Unity is, hey, I know I lost this election, but we're going to do a peaceful transfer of power and somehow get behind this president all the same. That's unity. But I'm not getting behind a president that sees a helicopter fly into a plane crash, and within 24 hours, before the bodies are even out of the river, he blames it on DEI, driving further division. And then he wants to tell America that he's taking them into the golden age and saving the country, so that the more fucked up stuff he does, his supporters just think that it's him saving the country. That's the same mindset and mind games they used that led to the Holocaust. They didn't just walk up to people and say, hey, go round up these people and bring them to these camps and we're going to put them in gas chambers. No. It took time and steps. And they guised it under saving Germany and doing it for the good of Germany. And then it led to the Holocaust. Division. They're testing the waters with Tennessee about to pass this law where if you vote in affirmation of sanctuary cities, it's a Class E felony. You could be removed from your position and serve time in jail. They're testing the waters. How far can we go? Let's try to see if a president can run for a third time. Let's put Bibles in public schools. How far can we go? They're testing the waters. Let's open up this camp in Guantanamo Bay with 30,000 beds and convince the American people that we're only sending the worst of the worst criminals the world has ever seen there. So when we see people that are simply here and undocumented there to this camp that definitely won't have inhumane conditions, we get less resistance. They're testing the waters. But y'all can't stop your support. That's why we don't call it political support. We call it a cult. I just made a video. It had 23 million views, over 3 million likes. You looked at all of that, Athena. And your response is, oh, him and his blind followers and their misinformation. You just told over 3 million people that liked that video that they're just blind followers. And I will always appreciate confidence, but confidence is ignorant when you can't take 5 seconds and say, holy shit, could I possibly be wrong? That's why we get so frustrated. I don't mind being proven wrong. I kind of welcome it. That means I gain new knowledge. In that ditch filling up with water situation, there are too many Trump supporters that would watch their fellow American about to drown in that ditch, and they would say, that's what you get for not supporting Donald Trump. And that is the source of the division here. Okay.